I guess we did all right working season. Is that good? I think, right? Yeah. Family and friends in Oklahoma City right now under conditions last night. Oh, really? Yeah. It's weather.
I see CEO of that. CEO of Mopat. It's a mission. 3 weeks ago, you guys called up and some old laptops. So Friday night, we got Mom. He's in the hospital. They left his keys on his wallet. All they ended up taking was his phone and his computer. It's in Michigan. That's politics. I think it was at Kalamazoo, not I don't think he was in Detroit anymore. Kalamazoo's not that bad. No, he's in Detroit. It's still in Michigan. So you know, I'm sorry. He used to be a Democratic operative for the Democratic Party, and he left the Democratic Party to work for the RFK Jr. And the party just turned on him, and he had like a big shock there. It's almost like he says this is just legally just party politics, and like that's some serious party politics.
Yeah, I had a friend that his dad had a lot of connections. And his first job was something with Ford, and he had to deal with the union, right? And so he guys would come out and start to be trash.
Yep.
They knew he was
The hardest places I worked in were the Midwest and like the Northeast, like Massachusetts, New York, all these places. Just really like the politics.
Austin. Seems like a usually things.
When you be, I never I would be.
Just be patient. You guys are the people this kind of important stuff politics here. Just be patient.
You don't have cameras. Please. Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Sorry,
Yes. Well, we did a whole swap.
Now you said that.
Just know it's my anniversary, get 30-45 minutes.
I just realized I'm walking in the meeting.
He goes, yours, you went to 10 instead of me. 25 years.
We were there in the morning.
It's okay.
Yes, I'm back.
So you really get me.
Going home, I'm always changing.
It was parked where it's always parked.
No.
Hit it. Hit it so hard that it moved it 5 feet, smacked the rear end of Alicia's car.
Share something.
And no neighborhood cameras either?
Well, the vehicle wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't being run.
Oh, so he was there already?
Oh, yeah, it was a high school student.
You didn't mention that.
Yeah, I wasn't there yet, but yeah. Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere. They had to, haul the vehicle away. But that's how hard he hit my truck.
Okay, so how long was he on?
There's no witnesses or anything, so we don't.
No safety picks.
There may be some of them. We need to check on that one. Yeah, so besides damage, mine's got it on both sides from him hitting me, and then my truck hitting the other car.
Did you have? I was trying to catch up on this and then.
Yeah, we're already not off the road, literally parked.
See.
And then where do I work for?
So I wonder,
Luckily,
luckily,
there's a pole that I park on, so like, this is my parking spot.
some things you changes.
Post right here. So my parking, there's the water. So I parked this.
Hey, hello.
And I don't see that.
Go with the vehicle, because they should get from changing that.
Just wait. Briefly.
Who's ready to go? Okay. All right.
Under citizens, yeah, no agenda items.
Okay. So it is now 5:02. I am calling a meeting of that person should not be sitting at the bottom. No, that and board policy. The board of directors, I hereby call a meeting of the board of directors of the Aransas County Appraisal District to order. It has been scheduled November 4th, that is today at 5 p.m. at the Aquarium Education Center. We are going to, in terms of invocation, can we just have it on the side? I think that we like to do that here. All right. I sent Colleen an email today that I did. I gotta make some amendments to the agenda. I need to do that before this is. I sent an email to Colleen today. It was from our lawyer. It was saying that Mr. Hooker had asked for item from board members, opportunity to hear from any board member I didn't solicit the email, I didn't ask for it, but because he sent it to me, telling me I shouldn't put it on there, I want to, I'm gonna pull that off of the agenda. I'm also, under the same thing, I'm pulling 3, 4, 5, and 8 off the agenda. We are going to hear citizens to be heard. We are going to go into the consent agenda in a minute, and then we'll go directly into executive session. Talk to the lawyer.
Can you repeat the items that you're?
What's-
I am pulling 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 all off the agenda. Okay. We have one citizens to be heard. Is that right? Going.
Yes, with you, Mr. Wright,
Yes, sir.
citizens to be heard.
Do you mind if I sit? You mind if I call you Colleen?
No.
Okay.
I don't mind.
In late October, on the 21st, Colleen took me to task, not with that memo, but she wanted to know about some documents that I presented at the September 23rd meeting. And I said, I don't have the original, I just typed it up, I didn't save it, I can't find a copy of it, so if you can't find it, I will need it on the recording. And you sent me a link to a site with respect to Texas Open Meetings Act presentations, and said that I needed to refer to the back of the agenda, which says that I should turn in my request to the board secretary. And you gave me a link that was very, very informative. And you were right to take me to task based upon what you presented. But when I looked into the actual contents of Title 10, Part 1, Chapter 1, Section C, Subset A, 6CI, the 2 paragraphs that you referenced never mentioned the board secretary. Period.
It gives instruction on how to submit written documents to board. I'm sorry.
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't mention board secretary. In fact, it says 2 references, staff, chair. Those are the only 2 references. That being said, I went and read a little further, and I'm okay with however you want to play by rules, but I do play by all rules, it's much harder. In paragraph 6I, there we delivered to staff prior to the start of the meeting, so that staff may log in the materials and the board chair may be used for acceptance under this subsection. Materials may not be delivered directly by the public member on this dais. Next paragraph. In order to ensure that members of the board and the public are given the opportunity, and given an opportunity to, excuse me, I wrote it twice, given an opportunity to review any such materials, they must be provided to the department staff not less than 5 business days prior to the meeting at which they are to be. Well, the habit of this committee is to produce the agenda at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and make it 5 o'clock on Monday. So if we're to present something that we haven't been able to see the agenda 5 days in advance, you're going to have to step up your clock a little bit to get it out in front of people to do so. And if I am incorrect in this reading, because I read it word for word, I'll be happy to try to live with whatever that you cite. But until different, since you directed me in that fashion, I would say it's only partly correct. And incidentally, one really good way to have materials disappear is to have the start of putting the minutes together 31 days after the meeting. The 23rd of September was the meeting. The date that you emailed me deciding something you couldn't find was the 24th of October. Things get built up, to be sure. That's all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Okay, moving on to the consent agenda. I make a motion.
Sir, I have something in regard to the minutes I'd like to pass out to all the board members.
Okay, sir. Does it, let me ask you a question. Does it pertain to these minutes that we had in the past?
Yes,
Or-
yeah, before you take action on the minutes, this is relevant.
Okay, yes, sir, go ahead.
At the last meeting, I
I had made a comment in regard to quorum. I'm not an attorney, but this is an attorney general opinion about the number of people associated with the quorum. And so I only do this right now to give you a little bit of warning. If you didn't have a quorum, I'm not suggesting that you did or didn't because I said I'm not an attorney, but there's an attorney general opinion, and I did bring it up at the last meeting. And therefore, if you didn't have a quorum, you didn't have a meeting, and you can't approve minutes. So that's my only thing.
Okay, so there's we did have quorum. This quorum is 3. Second of all, okay, so
If you read that paragraph there,
yes, sir,
it's
that's fine. That's right, I understand.
well, I don't know, if you read the first paragraph, you do have exactly the situation where you have 6 members on the board. And it does say, we conclude under section 6.04 that the tax assessor collector serves as non-voting member. So it says, if an appraisal district has 6 members, the number of directors necessary to constitute quorum is 4. This is an AG opinion. So I'm not an attorney. I'm not even trying to ruffle feathers. You can actually even do all those items again if you wanted to. I just brought it up last meeting. I was told I was wrong. And here's evidence.
For what? I'm sorry, obviously I wasn't here. What meeting was it for?
This is
September 20th.
There's nothing decided on, so
But what, it was for the, what meeting was held, what day was the meeting
I
held?
believe it was September 23rd. Is that correct?
Oh, one more information.
yes, sir.
So, this board, has it always been, consisted of the tax assessor collector being on the official?
Yes, sir. That's the way it says in the statute.
Are you aware of any other meetings where there were 3 board members present and business was conducted?
I'm not, but that's not.
This might be something to research, because if we're gonna have this brought to us now, it's interesting that some of these things get thrown to us, but they weren't thrown to previous boards. That does not miss me. So we continue to have this issue. We continue to be held to a standard that no one else held themselves to when they sat on this issue. That's one of the reasons I wanted another point of information I had. I was going to bring it up under item 6, but we struck that. Unless I'm missing something and someone can count me differently, I have consulted the government code, I've consulted the tax code, and I can find no requirements anywhere that we video record these meetings. We have been chastised by a member of the public who is a former member of this board.
Sir.
And it continues to be an issue. So is there, my point of information is there someone that can instruct me as to where I can find that requirement?
And if we can revisit this, then I can look it up and I can try to find it in the law for you. Just because a member of the public says it, so it doesn't necessarily mean it says it. So let's increase this because we don't know for sure. I'm going to make a motion that we remove many of the minutes for September 3rd, and I make a motion that we approve September 23rd, 2024, and that we approve many minutes of the meeting for July 13th, 2024. Do I have a second?
That's a motion. Make a motion to approve minutes of the meeting for June 13th, 2024.
Okay. Okay, I'll take a vote. Aye.
Aye.
Hold on, now we need to make a motion to table the minutes from the September 23rd.
Make a motion to table the minutes of the meeting for September 23rd, 2024.
Second.
Second. Take a vote. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Matt. Moving on. Now to item 7. I make a motion, I make a motion that we enter into closed session for consultation with council. Thoughts of council under the government code section 551.071. Do I have a second?
Public comment before or?
So you gotta have a second, and then we can go in. I will second for the term, or for the purpose of discussion.
Okay.
Now we're open for discussion.
I guess some of the questions that I have is, can you pronounce the person's name, please?
Sir, could you pronounce your name, please?
I can, it's Thomas Gush.
Good, thank you, sir.
Yeah, don't worry, nobody pronounces it.
So in the potential letter for engagement, and this is something you may or may not have the answer to right now, or you may go into closed session and be able to answer this later. But some of the questions that I had is that for the representative, for the legal representation, is he or his firm, is he going to represent just the board, or is he going to represent the district as well? Do you know, or are you not willing to answer?
No, I think that this is news to everyone, and these will be questions that we ask.
Okay,
And
then let me get the questions out the way you can have them. If they were, so if it's just the district or just the board of directors, let me just say, it's not uncommon for a board to have an attorney and the district to have another attorney. The duty sets are slightly different. And I don't know Mr. Dish's background. I did look on the website. It looks like that he's well versed with municipalities and city, like he used to look at contracts and things like that. I don't know his extent of property tax historical background. And so those duty, I only make mention of it so that you can understand that the two duty sets can be different and you can have different attorneys. And to that end, I want to just make sure that you understand that that I'm pleased with my current situation of getting good counsel for property tax matters. So if we just separate like what the board may want as far as just advice moving forward, I don't even know what those things are, but whatever it is that you would want, I would say that the duty sets may be different. Thirdly, if Mr. Gush's firm were to take over, would he handle the day-to-day questions, like like let's just say he's doing both the board and the district? Would his firm handle day-to-day property tax questions, or would that just be left up to the current legal firm that we currently have? Fourthly, what would happen to the existing litigation? Would that be expected to, like, if Mr. Gush's firm took over for the district, what would that look like? I'll say this: we have litigation, like all the time. We get sued. I say all the time. It sounds terrible. We've never been to trial. We only have 2 trial pending dates, so we don't have very much. We get most of those things worked out. But what would happen to the existing litigation? Mr. Gish knows, and every law firm knows that you get served and then you have so many days to respond. So there's like timely things, and I'd like to know if there would be a plan of action for that. I think that's all my questions. Yep.
so we save the time.
Executive, go to the executive session at 5:18 p.m. And okay.
I'm going to turn this off,
Yes.
and then remind me to turn it back on.